So today is day 38, um, and I was just dealing with a client, just responding to a query, and in my other, well, platform business, astrology, and some other stuff I do there. And I was struck by how I enjoyed being nice and pleasing, meaning just pleasant and funny and engaging and just being my sweet, nice self. And nothing too sugary, but just, yeah, softer than I maybe am or, come across as otherwise. And it just got me thinking how it's interesting when it's business transaction because it's a clean transaction. It's very clear and clean in that for that reason. What the trade is, what the deal is, what the contract is, what the conditions are, terms and conditions. I mean, and so I personally then feel like, oh, it's just I'm relaxed. I don't worry. I mean, this is not to say that you can't get not difficult clients, but just like problematic in a sense of issues have arisen or something. So like if you're any other, you don't have to be in this kind of service providing one to one like I am. In any business, customers can are the source of greatest pleasures of also greatest pain. But this one was nice and there was no issue, and I hardly ever, if I ever have issues, well, yet anyway. Touch wood, tick, tick, tick. Where do I knock? Can't reach out the wood over there. So the point I'm making is that when a contract is clean and when roles are clearly defined, when it's clear who wants what, and it is okay to ask for that, and it is actually in the offer, it's in the offering, it's whatever it's being asked for is okay to ask for, it's there to be given and all the. So sorry, is this trembling this video? So if and then it's just like I said, so all that stuff that usually makes relationships gunky and just sticky and unpleasant and painful and hard work and draining and just off-putting, for me at least, is because none of that is present in personal relationships, in our one-to-ones with family, friends, even colleagues. You're at work, but with colleagues really it's like friends, but really you haven't chosen them to be your friends, and so you have to put up all kinds of faces to keep it all pleasant and nice, where really it gets, I think work is probably the most poisonous world, part of our world, of our lives. Oh, I'm so lucky that I don't have to do that anymore, but I had to do it for many, many years. And it was truly the worst part of my existence, my days. I could have liked the job, and I liked the people for the most part, genuinely, like, found enough to like about them. But you just can't eventually escape. You just get like, the longer physically you spend with someone, the more you're gonna see of them, and the more you see, and it's not even of them, it's just like the whole network of stickiness and codependencies and power tripping and office politics and you name it, and you just start to, you can't escape it all. Eventually all you see is that. So however nice the people are potentially individually, and you certainly enjoy them like one to one, or at least superficially, once you're in that environment for too long and ingrained deeply in that. And I know again from clients perspective, often they come with profound, I just so feel for them, profound pain when it comes to work and work people they work with. Again, sadly, it's really not about those people individually, even though when you're in that place and in the thick of it, that's all you see, that they are the problem, and they are in a sense. But so where was I going with this? I drifted off a little bit. Went off on one of my tangents. Yeah, when any professional relationship, like with my clients, is clean and clear, which by definition they are or they should be, then it's like a breeze, and then it's a pleasure to be nice, and it's just because you do it just because I don't know. It's that freedom of, and yes, sorry, just kind of remember that that's part of the service, but it's okay because that's in the contract, and it's okay. She knows that I'm not being personal. I don't know them. At the end of the day, I really don't know them. So me being nice, it's not because I don't know, have a history with them and therefore there's niceness, we like each other or anything like that. It's just being polite and nice in a sense of dealing with a customer. So even that is stripped of its pretenses of its kind of, what's the word? When things are not fallacies, I suppose, maybe is a word. Um, so yeah, I think maybe it's time to wrap up. I can't see from here how long. Oh, 6 minutes. Okay, it's one of the shorter ones. I think that's it for me today. So yeah, it would be nice to have personal. In fact, I did have actually a business proposition a while years ago. Not just a proposition. I had a platform. I had a website. I had a proper business going. I mean, didn't have clients necessarily, but this is how serious I was. Uh, that was that. Yeah, that was before yeah. So I was a coach some years ago and trained and professionally trained and all that, and ended up having it as a business and running it and being successful with clients, but didn't really do it well as business. As business, it didn't do well, but as a client service, it was great. Um, so, but what I launched and ended up getting clients for is a final version of this model of coaching that I was looking into, and I was devising and creating, and one of the iterations, one of the drafts of this proposition of what would be my USP, what it is that I wanted to help people with, was to teach them how to make their personal relationship business like. Oh my god, I just love it now. Oh, how was I had a name for it. My business was called Unique Coaching. That was the platform, my business name, basically my coaching name. Maybe it was just like, maybe I was still, maybe the name was that even at that point, but it was definitely, oh my god, what was it? I remember going, I think one of the taglines for that would have been, was rather, relationship renegotiator. And I actually still use that in some of my Shimaveri contexts, um, and partly in my astrology platform, in a couple of services I offer. But this was, yeah, I was actually like writing my elevator's pitch, with those words that I will help you make your personal relationship business like, because they will be healthier and would solve all your relationship problems basically. So, but yeah, I didn't do it, and maybe I should have, but anyway. So, sorry if this was a Siki video. I thought it was gonna be fixed, but I don't know if it is. Okay, that's it. So that's it. If that's something to think about, maybe a little bit more for me. Um, how to make our personal relationships more business-like, so we're very clear upfront. That's the thing. You have to be upfront. You can't just assume. You can't just like, oh, small print. Oh no, come on, let's have another glass of wine. Who cares? And then 10 years later, or 1 year later, you are in pain. You are at it. Oh, you're just like full of boils as a relationship. You're full of pus and just infected wounds, and yet you're just still kind of drinking that wine occasionally, and just yeah, not doing well, because you can't bring yourself to clean up the mess you couldn't do to begin with, because who does that? Who kind of sits down and, okay, let's draw a contract, let's look at our terms and conditions, this is what I do, this is what you do, This is what I can do, this is what I can't do. Still okay to be friends? Great, let's get that bottle going. But yeah, I think that I might just bring that back in that very stark form. And on that note, I will see you tomorrow.